Hi, it's Kim Hammond here, the National Director of Forge America, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about a new initiative we have for our national movement. You know, it's almost to the day that 3 years ago I moved my family here to America from Australia, and it's been a roller coaster, absolute adventure. I wouldn't change a thing. In April, we'll celebrate our 3 year anniversary as a not for profit. Forge America got birthed in April at Aurora, and then we had a public conference in Wheaton, and we launched with our first hub here in Chicago, led by Eric LaRue and Hannah. It was an absolute joy to see Forge get launched, and just a lifelong dream to come to America and to participate and to join in what God is doing already here in this incredible country. And I am so grateful and thankful for the leaders and the people that we have on our team. I look now and see that we have over 108 residents and interns and participants across Chicago, Dallas, Kansas City, Huntsville, Joplin, and Mobile, Alabama. I look at the new hubs coming online in El Paso and Raleigh, North Carolina, Knoxville and San Francisco, Sacramento, New Jersey, Portland, LA, Virginia, all sorts of places like Denver and Arkansas interested in starting hubs, to Florida. All of these are people. They're not offices, they're not just places, but they're all missionaries who are coming together to help people think and act like missionaries. And ultimately, we're a movement about people. We're about people that start new things or have something start new in them. And we get to participate in that. We get to coach them. We get to mobilize and motivate and mentor these people in this either 1 year or a summer time, intense time, where we get to be a guide and a cheerleader and a coach and a champion of what God is doing. I look at this, and this has been done on the backs of volunteers, on incredible generosity. Forge wasn't granted any money. Marie and I moved here and started it out of our own pockets. And now I look at the generosity that's given by every person to seeing the movement happen. We're a decentralized movement, meaning our national team serves the movement of hubs and hopefully hotspots that sees the movement extend not only here in America, but right across the world into Russia and into Scotland. We're not about offices or equipment, we're about people. But you know, I was speaking to a businessman a couple months ago about Forge and about how we're all self-raising missionaries and how do we fund the national movement so we can continue to grow and expand and hold the DNA and train people and aggregate the best information. And this is what he said to me, very well known man said to me, Kim, if I had my time again and I was given the opportunity to invest in Forge, it would be the first investment I would make. A few of my friends on the national team, we were quite impressed. We're like, wow, thanks, that's a real compliment. But he said, but based on how you're structured right now, I wouldn't give you a cent. And that really took us back. And we said, well, why would you say that? And he said, well, I don't think you're scalable yet. So that got us thinking, what do you mean? And this is what he said. He said, most organizations have an idea and they can't get beyond the idea. He said, Forge is an incredible idea, one of the best ideas. In fact, you've seen that idea birthed across Australia and into Canada and now here in North America. He said, you need to move from the idea into launch, and you did that. And if you can launch and you can actually prove yourself, you move into a proving stage. He said that is right now where Forge is, and Forge needs to move from proving into scalability. He said if you can move into that fourth stage, he said people are looking for not-for-profits who are right in between prove and ready to scale. And he gave us a bunch of advice about how we do our fees and how we incentivize. And we just prayed and talked about it for months as a team. And I think we're really ready now to talk to you, our core tribe. We think that if we can scale this so that people really feel value, that we're all investors and directors in this, that we're not going to put a cent into buildings or offices or rent or anything but people, I mean, we'll need some things, obviously, trivial things that help us. But I'm telling you that this is the moment for Forge. 3 years in, we're about to have the main stage of Verge, the main stage at Exponential. We're going to have our centralized conference, and we're holding back the floodgates of those that want to get involved. We have to get our training and DNA right. We've got to get our curriculum sorted out so that there's consistency and aggregation. We've got to make sure people have the DNA, and that takes mentoring and time and being in people's homes. We can't just give away our DNA to anybody because it's going to help us grow. I'm absolutely convinced that God has given us something to steward. And all of you that are part of our tribe have been through our training and known that we're wrestling and doing this. And so because we need to hold those things together, I'm asking you, every one of you, starting with Maria and I, we're asking you, will you make a sacrificial gift to the Forge National Movement? Will you help us set in place some of the things we need so that we can prove ourselves and scale ourselves in a way that will see this movement last and see this movement expand just over the next couple of years? I think maybe, people come for a season and things happen for a season and a reason. And I think Forge is here for this reason and this season to help the local church to think and act like missionaries. I've been to nearly every hub. I tell you, every time I go, I weep. I weep at how I see people embracing their sentness. And so I'm asking you to pray. I know already the incredible sacrifice and generosity you've made. And so please, it is not lost on us that this is a movement of volunteers and generosity. But I think that if we all come together as a movement, if we all make one gift into the national movement, that it'll help us move forward in a way that will significantly influence the kingdom. We're going to send a letter to all of you to let you know where you can give. We've got our new office that's really been set up out of Dallas. It's a virtual office. Ryan and Laura Hairston are managing and overseeing our bank account and our giving. Really, our two places that the national team aggregate out of is Kansas City and Dallas for our centralized national conference, and for all of our hub investments comes into Dallas. Won't you pray with me and consider? You are the owners and directors of this company. You are the stakeholders. If you're a coach, if you're a resident or an intern, if you're a hub director, if you're a board member or a friend, then it's you. There is no anyone else. There is no other group of people. Let's together make an investment in the next couple months to see Forge America become scalable. And let's serve the world. Let's remember the least and the grassroots. Let's champion minorities. Let's speak on behalf of those who don't have a voice. Let's change the scorecard here in America. And let's not just talk about it, but prove it, show it. And let's all give. It's not about equal giving, but equal sacrifice. And let's believe that God has shielded us something incredible. Maria and I love you, and this is maybe our last visa, our last time in America. I don't know what's going to happen in 2014. I know sometime there we may go home, we may go to another country. Maybe God will call us for another stint here, but we're really feeling like it's a time of change. I'm believing that we need to steward the responsibility we have here in America. God bless you. Thank you for listening. And I pray that you'll respond to what God is doing in Forge America and help us help the national movement move forward. Thank you.